Hey Dragon Slayers, today's video is about why calorie restricting diets don't work long term. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel out. Let's get started. If there is one myth Dr. Mindy, could permanently extract from your mind, is that counting calories keeps you thin. You have been taught that eating less and exercising more will give you lasting health and happiness. We call this approach to dieting the calorie in, calorie out theory. And if it's one of the hardest ways to lose weight permanently, but why? Every time you eat less and exercise more, you change your metabolic set point. Your set point is where your body maintains its weight within a preferred range of calories. Old school thinking said our genetics determined the set point. The lucky ones got a higher set point, while the unlucky ones were stuck. This isn't quite true at all. So, new evidence is proving this to be wrong. It turns out that you train your set point, and when you eat less and exercise more, you lower your set point threshold. This is where low calorie diets have failed you because each time you lowered your threshold, you made it more difficult on yourself to eat any other way. When you go back to eating more calories or working out less, the pounds come back on and much easier because you are above your set point threshold. It's maddening, right? Unfortunately, this has been women's go to diets for years. Often, this approach does produce temporary results, seducing you into coming back for more of it. Yet, tragically, over time, your body will fight the reduction in calories by increasing your hunger signals to your brain and slowing down your metabolism. Because of the change it makes to your set point, it's incredibly hard to succeed at low calorie diets long term. Unwinding your beliefs around low calorie restriction can be hard. And if this is you, let's look at one of the most famous studies on calorie restriction ever done. This is the Minnesota starvation experiment. Although it dates back to the 1960s, this experiment is still revered as the most prominent study ever done on physical, emotional, and social changes that happen when the human body is put into a calorie restricted state for long periods of time. Over a 13-month period, 36 men were given progressively lower amounts of food until they settled in on a 1,500 calorie diet. When administering this low calorie diet, researchers noticed several dramatic changes to the physical and mental health of their subjects. First, they became preoccupied with the thought of food to the point that they couldn't stay focused on their daily tasks. They also became depressed, anxious, listless, and hypochondriacal, um, and began to withdraw socially. Sounds like your experience with your last diet? As concerning as this sounds, perhaps the most startling result was what happened when food was reintroduced to the study participants. When the experiment was over, the participants continued to experience mental health problems. They also quickly gained back the weight they had lost and packed on an extra 10% of their body weight. Poor mental health and extra weight is not a dieter's dream. Yet so many of us have unknowingly replicated this study on so many levels. This study proves the damage calorie restriction does to our health. If you've ever tried to go on a low calorie diet for an extended period of time, you've probably found some of these same symptoms. But that's what I've got for you guys today. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel out. And remember, guys, that together, you and I will slay the dreaded diabetes dragon.